Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Merlin. Last time on Merlin, we had The Last Dragon Lord, the finale of Season 2. So, the dragon, that we would later find out is named Kilgara, was attacking Camelot, and so the only option was to go find the last of the Dragon Lords to help kill Kilgara. The last Dragon Lord, Balinor, happened to also be Merlin's father. And as they were trying to bring him back to Camelot, he died, and so his power was passed on to Merlin, which means Merlin was the last Dragon Lord, and he confronted Kilgara and was like, yo, chill, and leave. And it's like, look, I could kill you, but I'm not gonna, so just go. If you come back and you attack again, then I'll kill you. So yeah, that was pretty much that. It was a really great episode, maybe one of my favorite episodes so far. So yeah, I'm curious to see where we are going this season. Will the dragon come back? How will Merlin fare without just having the dragon, around to help him out with magic advice? And what's going to happen with Morgana? Yeah, I guess those are our big questions going into this season. Because this is the first episode of the season, full length on this episode is available for free. If you want to watch my full unedited reaction for this episode of Merlin, all you got to do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment on this video. There'll be a link there. You go, you click it, it'll take you to my Patreon page, and it will give you my full unedited reaction. However, there is no show footage, because if I just gave you the entire episode, that would be illegal. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to sync up your copy of this episode of Merlin with my footage. I've made it as easy as possible. I hope to sync up the two pieces of footage, and hopefully you try it out and you have a good time. Hopefully you have a good time. And if you like that, then you can decide for yourself if you want to go full out on full length, which requires pledging to the full length tier on my Patreon page. And yeah. However, if you don't want to do anything about full length, you just want to watch my nice 10-minute highlight reaction, you go down, still in the description, and in that same pinned comment, there'll be another link there. You click that one, that'll take you to my edited highlight reaction, where the footage is in the corner. You don't have to sync anything up. It's all edited and nice and good and 10 minutes long. And when you're done with that, if you hopefully you had a good time watching that. And when you're done with that, and if you're done with full length, both times you can pop back over here for the discussion on this episode of Merlin, which is very important. So with that being said, let's get right into this episode of Merlin. Here we go. Oh man, we're back. Not like we took a break or anything, but man, oh man, we're back. I can't believe that this is the only time that Merlin was caught sneaking around. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't, but I can. She's so evil now. I don't know if she can be redeemed. I mean, I want her to be redeemed, but I don't know if we can. I don't know if she can be redeemed. I don't know if she can be redeemed. I hope so, but I'm not sure. If you're going to make anyone evil, Katie McGrath is the best for that. Like, look, she is a beautiful, beautiful girl with an amazing smile. You turn that smile evil, it is one of the greatest evil smiles ever. Like, oh my gosh. Like, if there is like a list of the best like, evil smiles. I mean, probably the Grinch would be on top of that, but you go down a couple, eventually you're going to hit Morgana. Just every smile and every over-the-shoulder smile, ooh, oh, it gets to me. Maybe that's also it, is that it not only is it a great evil smile, it's a very hot evil smile. I will admit that. It's just, she really does play evil well. Even if, yes, this is exactly, this is Lena. It's Lena Luthor all over again. She's playing the exact same character 10 years earlier. Because I know this is 2010. Which, it only just hit me, like, when, because I noticed before I started watching the episode, I noticed the date on Amazon here, and it said September of 2010. So yeah, that's 10 years ago. Which, first off, girl hasn't aged a day in those 10 years. I'm starting to think, now that that's, like, sinking in, it's like, oh, it's been 10 years, and now I'm watching her play the exact same character on Supergirl, and it's like, damn, she does not look any older. Like, did she have some sort of Tom Cruise, Will Smith thing going on where she doesn't age? I don't know. But damn, man. But seriously, why? Why is it the exact same character? It's the same character, and no wonder she's good at it. She's had years to practice. She's been playing the exact same character for years. She's got it down to a science at this point. Oh, man. Man. You know, find someone who looks at you the way Morgana looks evil at anything. The way Morgana looks when she's being evil. That, it melts my heart. It melts my heart because on the one hand, she's really beautiful. And on the other hand, it sucks that this character turned bad. That sucks. I knew it. I knew it from the friggin' beginning. I was like, there is no way that we're okay again. We're going back to the status quo. Fuck your status quo. Fuck, Merlin. Merlin just came in, took the status quo, and just, like, threw it into the manure. Along with Arthur's face. Not poor Arthur. Arthur's a dick. Arthur is a dickhole. The fact that he, smeared that onto, he wiped off Merlin's face and then just put the bucket on his head. He's like been regressing back into episode 1 slowly but surely. I hope they bring him back around again, because I'm not. There's only so much Merlin abuse I can take. Oh man. Oh man, this is episode 1. Part 1 of a 2-parter, but it's episode 1 of the season. Of the 3rd season. Oh, man. There is a part of me. The show at least does a good job, if I may say. The show does a good job at making you feel bad for Uther, and then making you not feel bad for Uther. Because, like, when he's starting to go insane and, seeing visions of his wife, it's like, yeah, that sucks, He's going insane, and it's like, oh man, that sucks. I feel bad for him. And it's like, oh, he's seeing children. Like, what? And it's like, but then the show kind of takes you aside and is like, it's okay, buddy, because look, see, the thing is that, yes, you feel bad because, they're making him go insane, but the thing is that this is all deserved because Uther used to drown people that he suspected of being sorcerers, and sometimes it was children. Uther drowned children. So, you know what, buddy? It's okay. That's what you get for feeling bad for Uther. That's what you get. You feel bad, and then you don't feel bad. And then okay, so here's like the emotional process of the Pendragons. You feel bad for Uther, and then they remind you why you shouldn't feel bad for Uther, and then you feel bad for Arthur. Because Arthur doesn't deserve this. That's the process of... That's the emotional process of feeling bad for the Pendragons. You feel bad for Uther, then you're reminded why you shouldn't, and then you feel bad for Arthur. That is the 3-step process. And that also has its own branch of not feeling bad for Arthur, feeling a little bit bad for Arthur because of, Merlin throwing him into manure. Or just mud. I guess that was just mud. Why would they train next to manure? And then that circles back to feeling bad for Arthur because of Uther. She is such a good bad guy. And you understand it. You understand why she does this, You understand Morgos. You understand Morgana. Which has always been the thing we've said about Uther. You understand Uther, You always understand Uther. And now that has transferred to Morgana. You understand why Morgana is the way she is. You get it. I get it. That's just how it happened, It just sucks. But goddamn if she doesn't play a great fucking villain. It's like that smile. She got that long black hair. She had that purple cloak. It's like everything about her design and her makeup and just her is like meant for me. It's very odd. She wears my favorite color. Her hair color is my favorite hair color. And she's super beautiful. It's like she is targeted at me. And it's just a slap in the face. Like, yeah, you thought she was a good guy? No, you fucking moron. Fucking fuck. You fucking fat ass moron. No, she's evil. Look at how evil she is. And like, let's get into the fucking notes already. So, the first thing I wrote down was the search. So, a year has passed, at least since, what was the penultimate episode called last season? I don't remember. Hold up. I don't remember what it was called. I remember the last... Oh, the fires. Yeah. The fires of Idir-Sholas. Yeah. So it's been at least a year since that episode. It's not fully confirmed if it's been that long since the last Dragon Lord. I'll say the Last Dragon Lord took place within that year, basically. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. It just kind of looks funny. So, okay, so it's been a year. He did search for a year. And I think this is something Morgana is ignoring, is that he does care about her. You know? All of this was genuine. It was all genuine. And, it was all genuine. It was all genuine, and she ignores it. It's like, oh, man, it's fucking, you know? I don't know what impression I'm doing. It's not an impression of anything, but she's like, no, forget him, you know? It doesn't matter. He's just a fool. It's like, oh, but he cares. He really does care. And I completely did not buy her story. I mean, for the simple fact that none of it involved Morgause, which was, hello, Morgause took you away. So, but I guess Merlin was the only one that knew that. Well, no, Arthur did too. So her whole story, to be fair, she was convinced, even Merlin was fooled by it. Even Merlin was fooled by it. I will say, Merlin, when it's like, oh, Morgana is home, and he's like, has she said anything about the fact that I tried to poison her? And it's like, oh yeah, he's a little nervous about that. Oh man, which I guess, that's my next note, Merlin and Morgana. So, you know, he was concerned about, it's like, has she said anything? It's like, what, you know, and, you know, Gaius is trying to reassure him. It's like, oh, do not worry, you had no other choice. And it's like, yeah, let's see if Uther thinks that. Hello? Yeah, let's see if Uther thinks that. You know, when he hears that I tried to kill her. Hey. So, and then, you know, Morgana being like, no, I understand why you had to. I was naive back then. It's like, oh, stop. Stop playing the innocent girl. The innocent, scared girl. I do hate that the only person to hug her was Uther. It's like, come on. You know, Arthur, give her a hug. She has completely written off Arthur, hasn't she? Both of them have. Which is weird, can I say? You know? It's a little weird because Morgause knows Arthur's destiny, right? Doesn't she? She saw it in her first appearance. She's like, oh, Uther Pendragon, you have a big destiny. Let's get that started. Let's kill your father. You know? It's like they are going all out on killing... They're going all out on killing Uther, but you still have Arthur, which we have talked about so much on this show. But it's like, I feel like everyone forgets about Arthur. Now, maybe... Well, no, because it's not even that, you know, oh, well, what's the reason I keep bringing up Arthur? Is it because, I know he becomes King Arthur, you know? The great King Arthur. And it's like, no, it's not that. It is what the show has established about Arthur. And everyone forgets him. And in this episode, it is the most apparent, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So... From the tears of Uther Pendragon, which before had only been conjured. He only cried once on this show when they faked Arthur's death. This is the second time when he saw Morgana there. It's like, come on, girl. Just let him die naturally. Let him die naturally and let Arthur succeed the throne properly, and he will make a better kingdom. Nobody wants to fucking wait. Oh, excuse me. So we had the Mandrake. Oh, the people, the people, with magic can hear the Mandrake. Why would you want to hear a Mandrake? It screams. It sucks. So we had a thing. We put tears and a stick thing into a vat of goo and brought it out, put it under Uther's bed, and there you go. That worked. Like, it's so gooey. It is so gooey and gross. But like it's weird, and that caused him to go insane. But she needed to keep getting fresh ones in order to make new visions. I thought that was weird. And the point was for him to go insane so that Camelot would be vulnerable. And he had two visions. The first one was of Igraine in the well, which, yeah, that would freak me out too. Oy. And this is already after he's, drunk off his ass because of that feast. And the second one he saw was the boy, which again, the show does, kind of bring you back, The show does kind of bring you back and is like, hey, like, don't get all, don't get all on the pity train for Uther. Like, no, don't do that, because like this, you can't get on the pity train for Uther because he is horrible. He is horrible. You can't get on the pity train for him. You just can't. So, we saw Senred, which the last episode in The Last Dragon Lord, they went into Senred's kingdom, didn't they? I think they did. But yeah, so we saw Senred and all of his glorious hair. Like, that was ridiculous. And maybe it's because I've seen Tom Ellis in a few other shows that it's like, he normally has short hair. So when I see him with that ridiculous long hair that definitely looks like a wig, I don't know. But he was interesting. I liked his chat with Morgause. That was interesting. And so, yeah, now he is going to attack Camelot because they say it's vulnerable. I wrote down the scout. Man, I wish the scout had lived. I thought it was going to be a trap for Morgana. But no, our heroes aren't that clever. It's totally episode 2, where it's like, oh, the one guy, he lived, he'll tell, what happened with the snakes on the shield. And then the guy just sends a snake in and kills him, Knight Valiant. Yeah, I remember that guy. It was the same sort of thing. Man, the show has changed since then. Like, remember back when it was like, oh, here's this knight, he has a magic shield with snakes on it. Now it's like freaking Uther is being haunted by the visions of the children that he drowned 20 years ago. Also that he will go insane so that Senred's men can destroy Camelot. Also, a dragon just showed up and saved Merlin. Like, man, the show has changed. The show got epic. This episode kind of reminded me of Game of Thrones, I'm not going to lie. Especially when Morgause was walking into Senred's castle. I was like, damn, look at this place. It's like, man, they really upped the budget on this. So, and when you up the budget on a medieval-looking show anyway, it's gonna look like Game of Thrones, so... Ow. Oh, my neck. But see, they never make you think that Cersei is, like, good. Now, granted, Morgana's not on the Cersei level. I don't know. Morgana's going through a phase. I hope she's going through a phase. I hope they can redeem her, but I honestly don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, I was hoping the Scout would live, but I was hoping the Scout would be a trap. It's amazing that he lived at all. Like, she stabbed him in the gut. He fell over off a wall, landed, and then stayed there and bled overnight. And yet he lived. Like, what? That's incredible. I wrote down sneaking. So, man, so Ninja Merlin didn't work. This is the one time Ninja Merlin didn't work. Because Merlin always follows people. Always. He's followed Morgana before. Last season, what was that episode? What was the episode last season? Oh, what was it? Huh. Oh, yeah, The Witch's Quickening with Alvar. Yeah, that was it. So, that episode... That was the episode where Merlin followed Morgana specifically to the Druids. Or to Alvar. And that's not the first time, because yeah, there was the other time where he followed her. This is the, I guess, third time is not the charm. Well, it is for her. Third time's the charm for Morgana, at least. So, I can't believe it's like, when she started talking about Merlin, I was like, does she know that he's here? I was like, because he's already here. I think even Merlin, too, like, gave this look like, oh, shit, that didn't work. And I love he just gets up and he doesn't say anything. He just runs. He just leaves, like, a bye. He doesn't get far, but I wish he did say, it's like, when Morgana says, like, oh, did you really think I was that stupid? I just wish he had been like, in fairness, I can normally follow people and not be seen. It's like, I believe this is the 20th time I've followed someone, and only the first time it's unsuccessful. Like, seriously, we've said multiple times, Merlin is a ninja. Merlin is a ninja for being able to follow people without them ever finding out. But this was the first time. It must be because he has followed Morgana before. Twice, at least. So, I would imagine, yeah, maybe third time's the charm for her to see him. So, that was funny. I did kind of like that he actually got caught, and, oh, man. And then, okay, I wrote down no leader. Are you kidding me? Oh, they will have no leader once Uther Pendragon goes insane. Camelot will be vulnerable. They have no leader. As if no one has ever even realized that Uther Pendragon has a son, who, by the way, is the greatest warrior in history. So great that he can take on 2 of his men while blindfolded. None of them realize that if you take out Uther, and Arthur knows that it was you. Like, seriously, God help whoever is on the receiving end of the wrath of Uther Pendragon. I want one of these episodes to be called that. The Wrath of Uther Pendragon. Because as good of a man as he is, we are going to get to a point where he will go all out. You know? We've said that he's like Anakin Skywalker waiting to happen, you know? Maybe that's not the greatest analogy, but you get my idea. Like I've always said that, is that if a sorcerer kills Uther, then Arthur will double down on Uther's vendetta against magic. Nobody realizes this. Now, granted, Arthur doesn't want to take over. He doesn't want to give up on his father, but he's still commanding the forces, you know? Like, you know, okay, Gaius is talking about proper succession of the throne, but Arthur is still leading the forces right now. He's still doing the work. He was doing the work while, you know, Gaius came in and talked to him. He was getting ready, you know? He's preparing for anything. Like, Why does nobody understand the power that Arthur possesses? You know? And it's like, oh, the people, they will give up on their king. No, they're going to rally behind the next king. They're going to rally behind their prince, the heir. Nobody realizes this, and it's starting to piss me off a little bit. It's starting to piss me off that nobody realizes that there is hope for Camelot. Even if you take out Uther, you still have to deal with Arthur. And if Arthur realizes what you've done to his father, then God help you. You know? And here's the thing is, I am waiting for that moment. I'm waiting for that moment. The moment where Arthur takes the throne or just takes command and just annihilates. I want that. I want to see Arthur's wrath. I want to see that because everyone places their eggs. See, most people place their eggs in the basket known as Uther Pendragon. These guys in particular are placing their eggs into the basket that Camelot is nothing without Uther. But that's just not true. And none of them realize that, and that's why they're going to lose. That and Merlin. And the dragon. I cannot wait for him to be scolded next episode, by the way. We know for a fact that they are going to land, Merlin's going to get out of the chains, and then Kilgara is just going to be like, what did I fucking tell you about Morgana? What did I tell you? To Merlin's credit, he did try to kill Morgana. Granted, he gave the poison for her to be cured, but still. I can't wait to hear John Hurt scold Merlin. I want that. I'm ready for it. But I do like that he did call the dragon. Because that was the thing, is when there were so many scorpions there, I was like, okay, the dragon has to come save him. Because there's no one else that can, you know? So it's like, okay, the dragon has to come save him. But it's not just that the dragon came, it's the fact that he called out to the dragon. Because he can he can do that. He's a dragon lord, you know? Which I like that. I like that. That he's able to call the dragon now. So, man, what a first episode. What a first episode. And this is part 1. Part 1 of 2 of this. Oh, God. Part 1 of 2. Morgana is evil. It sucks. It sucks, but it's also great. Because if there's anyone who can play that, it's Katie McGrath. She's perfect for it. Ugh. Just each one of those evil stares pierces my heart on 3 different levels. Oh my gosh. I think that's all we can talk about, really. I think we got it covered. For a part 1, this was a pretty long discussion, actually. Normally, when I do part 1s, they don't normally, like, they're not often, long discussions, but we had stuff to talk about, man. We had stuff to talk about. So, yeah, I am curious to see where we're going next time. So, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Merlin reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.